Nomiki show. We clash momentarily for class solidarity. Cash circulating, give the masses back its currency. Greed from a leech, oligarchs stay fed. Deep state, faith fed, everybody break bread. Racism, homophobia, sexism, religion in this melting pot we live in. Time to build a new system, unionize labor rights. Highlight the issue, talking heads left is best. The saga continues. The Nomiki show.
Hello and welcome to TNS Live. It is Tuesday. You know, we do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is our special day of the week where we have in-depth interviews with some of our favorite people, leaders, thinkers, writers, journalists. You know the jam. We start off on all the different platforms and we move over to exclusive content over at Rockfin where we have an extended conversation. You can join us at rockfin.com/Nomiki if you're not already subscribing there. And if you aren't already subscribing on all the other platforms, go do that too because, you know, just do it all. We are able to spread our love in so many places because of that wonderful free market. I'm kidding. All right. Well, today on Rockfin, on TNS Live, we are so thrilled to have a reporter over at the Daily. Well, this article in particular appears over at the Daily Poster, but Sam Mellins is also a senior reporter at the investigative news site New York Focus. Crazy times that you can be an investigative reporter at two places because it's not a very well funded space. Let's just say that. Thanks for joining us, Sam.
Oh, so good to be here, Nomiki. Thank you.
So you have a piece out in the Daily Poster right now talking about, oh my God, this is so heart-wrenching because we just know how much climate is coming for us all. But it's talking about how many homeowners are not able to receive insurance for their homes. It's titled, "What If I Can't Insure My Home at All?" I guess like before we get into the nitty-gritty, how did you learn about this?
Yeah, so it's something that I and the rest of the team at the Daily Poster have been interested in the past few months that I've been reporting on in a few different iterations. I think sort of part of the story here is that, as I think I mentioned in one of the first articles I did about this, is that insurance regulation, the gripping subject of insurance regulation, has sort of been taking on new salience in policymaking circles recently as it relates to climate change and the potential role of insurance regulation in fighting climate change or mitigating its worst effects. I think it's become sort of impossible to ignore with some of the things that I discussed in this piece, like the California wildfires, with the flooding that we saw after Hurricane Ida, including in my own bedroom here in New York City. So I think this is really a topic that in climate policy circles is getting renewed attention, and that's why it came to be one of our focuses at the Daily Poster.
Okay, so obviously wildfires, there have been a record number in California, and you're seeing wildfires even, in other parts of the country that would normally happen over the summer, happening in the middle of the winter. So in terms of like how companies, insurance companies and specifically, how an insurance company can plan out their year, how are they able to like adapt their projections about how much money they're going to be allocating, how many insurance policies they're going to take on, whatever it is? I don't know how they calculate this stuff. Has there been any sort of adaptation to their business model with the rise of wildfires in particular, and obviously just climate change in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think a major adaptation that insurance companies have been making, and sort of the focus of this article, is saying we're not going to issue home insurance policies in the areas most affected by climate disasters, particularly in this case wildfires, because we're not going to make money off of it. For insurers to make money, it has to ultimately be a very small number of homes that are affected by whatever they're insuring against. And in these areas where the risk of wildfire is getting higher and higher as climate change accelerates, as the fire season lengthens and enters periods of the year where fire wasn't previously a risk. I think we saw some of that just last week or the week before in California. Yeah. Many major insurers are saying we just don't see a way to make money insuring high risk areas of the state, so we're not going to.
It's unbelievable. All right, we're going to take a quick break and continue to talk about this because, let's dig into like where this is in the state, if there's pushback, who's pushing back, who's behind it. Is it all insurance companies or is it just a few bad actors? We're going to get into all of that. And will it affect your life? I mean, if it's whether or not you're a homeowner or not, I mean, I imagine that this is going to spill over into other areas of insurance policies as well, whether you're a renter or who knows? We'll talk about it. So go meet us over at rockfin.com/Nomiki. We're talking to Sam Mellins. Really fascinating story out in the Daily Poster right now. Go check it out. He's done a bit of work on California and fossil fuel and climate policy, as well as New York stuff as well, which is, my favorite topic to talk about. Sam Mellins, we will see you right back after this break. Go over to rockfin.com/Nomiki.
Sounds great.